What's going on, Exclusive Thoughts fam? This is certified life and relationship coach and reality expert Troy Spry from www.exclusivethoughts.com. Happy Friday to you. Happy Halloween. I just want to drop a quick word on you. It was inspired really by the fact that it's Halloween. And secondly, I went and watched the movie Gone Girl. And one of the things they talked about in the movie was this idea that in their marriage or in their relationship, they spent so much time trying to be who the other person wanted them to be instead of who they truly were, right? And so today I want to talk a little bit about masks. So you see how I bring that theme together? Let's talk a little bit about masks. And I want to talk about two types of masks that we tend to utilize out here in dating and in relationships. Number one is the mask that we tend to put on ourselves. And number two is the mask that we tend to put on other people. So let's talk about the mask that we tend to put on ourselves first. So three types of people come to mind when I think about this. Number one, it's that person who, or that girl, or that home boy. It's the person that says they want to be the home girl or the home boy, but what they really want to be is the only girl or the only boy. So what's my point? So they act like they're really cool with being in the friend zone, when realistically they aren't. What they really want is a commitment out of that person. What they really want is to be with that person full time and want them to be a part of their life. But they play it cool and ending up in the friend zone. Number two, the second person I think about is the sex-only person or the friend with benefit. But what they really want to be is someone that's committed, that has intimacy, and someone that is that gets vested in. That's what they really want to be. But they have this mask on that all I want to be is your friend with benefit. All I want to be is your sex-only person. Take that mask off. Number three is the ride-or-die chick or the ride-or-die guy, versus the one that really is dying inside because of all that riding and dying. So they're getting mistreated, but for some reason they've been told that being loyal to this person is a good thing. So my point is, you got to take all these masks off, because the bottom line is, you don't get more by settling for less. Hear me on that. You don't get more by settling for less. So take the mask off and really talk about what you really want out of your situations. So the next mask I want to talk about is the mask we tend to put on other people. And so what comes to mind is three things that come to mind when I think about that. Number one, people tend to be pretty consistent in who they are. So for example, you have this person who's been consistent in their behavior for years or for months, yet you keep putting a mask on them to make them seem like they aren't who they really are, because number one, you vested so much in them, or number two, you're afraid to be alone. So what ends up happening is they do the same thing over and over and over again, but yet you keep making excuses and trying to justify it, when realistically, you know that's just who they are. But you've blinded yourself to them because you vested so much in them. The second thing that kind of comes to mind is, you walk around, you complain to your friends all the time about this person, right? How they mistreat you. You talk about them cheating on you, whatever it might be. Your friends are tired, right? Because every time they call you out on it, every time that you come complaining to them and they say something about it, what you end up doing is you put a mask on that person again. You say, well, I didn't really mean it like that last time, or he only did it once, or she only did it once. So you put a mask on that person in order to cover up who they really are. Your friends are tired, and they're tired of listening. So you got to take that mask off that person. Number three is the mask of potential. This is a huge one. Hear me on this. We put massive potential on people because we want them to turn out to be who we want them to be. When realistically, what you got to understand is that everyone has potential. But at some point in your life, at some stage in your life, at some age in your life, you have to do something with your potential. And that person that you're dating, they need to do something with their potential. So what's my whole point about those three facts? Well, my whole point is this. Accept people for who they are, not who you hope they would be. Accept people for who they are, not who you hope they would be. So that's it for today. Those are the two masks I want to talk about. Remember what we talked about. The mask that we tend to wear ourselves, and the mask we tend to put on other people. Now, if you enjoyed the video, take the time to share it on your social media page, on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it might be. Number two, visit my website, www.exclusivethoughts.com. That's XKLUSIVE thoughts.com. And when you go there, you'll get my free ebook. It's called Teach Me How to Love, A Man's Journey Toward and Through Marriage. Anybody can benefit from it. Married, single, dating, in a relationship, whatever it is, you can benefit from it. Appreciate you. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween. Take the mask off. Peace.